Hard one, guys. You know, played our tails off. We had a lot of opportunities to win the game, a lot, and on all phases. Didn't get it done. Had a 4th down there at the end, and we didn't execute very well on offense the second half. A lot of penalties, just couldn't hit run game, and eventually we just wore down. So it's a hard loss, and we fought good, and our players played their tails off, but we just didn't execute at the end to win the game. So it's a tough locker room right now.
Derek, why did you decide to take the timeouts in the regulation with you and not try to get down there with the game tied?
You mean not take a timeout?
Yeah. Why did you take them in with you?
Why did I take them?
Well, no, why did you take the timeouts with you?
Why did you try to score in the regulation?
Well, I was the first 2 plays, and we got 0 yards, and then we had 30 seconds left, and they had a timeout, and I didn't want to go and miss the 3rd and 10 and have to punt, all the things that could happen there, and then give them the ball back on the last play with the same scenario. So I just felt like we'd go beat them in overtime. We had an offense, and I just had confidence at that point we could go beat them. But the first 2 plays, I was pushing it, and then when we screwed up both of those plays, poor execution, you know, I didn't have confidence we were going to get the 3rd and 10. Then we got to send the punt team out, and they chop a timeout with 25 seconds. You know, now everybody gets a little tight, so I just didn't want to do that.
Why didn't you guys run the ball in any of the overtimes? I think the only called run play was the fake field goal after you got a rushing attempt.
Well, we didn't run it very well in the second half, and we weren't handling their movement. We were getting whipped, and, you know, the run game wasn't very good. So probably could have run it more, but we scored 3 touchdowns, and then we stalled right there on the 4th one.
Coach, can you just talk about the decision to go the first down instead of field goal there at the end? 4th
down? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know, left hash kick. Wasn't incredibly far, but it was 4th and what, 4? 3. And I didn't have a lot of confidence. We were stopping them on the other side, you know. So they scored 4 straight touchdowns. And, you know, we went to our bread and butter and we didn't execute it. Held the ball a little bit late and didn't get it done. So
Was that just a bust on their touchdown tied in the regulation for 4th down?
At the end?
When they tied it.
Yeah, well, Kurt was out, so we have a spy. And we didn't spy him like we're supposed to. So we could have had a guy right in front of the quarterback. And then, you know, the zone just got drained over time, and the guy got lost back there. So we've been playing it the whole game pretty good. But, you know, that's why we had a spy, so when he broke, we could trigger and get the ball out a little quicker. And we didn't do it.
What would you guys do from here?
Well, I mean, we got no other options but to go try to beat Vanderbilt, you know, and still try to get to a bowl game. That's all we can do. It's hard, man. I mean, we've had, you know, we've lost 4 games. We're 0 on the last possession. I guess we're 1-5 or 1-4, right? At the end of the game, so it's hard.
Did Mizzou change anything at halftime to exploit your defense?
Well, they changed a little bit on the run game, how they were hitting it when we got in that odd. We gave them a lot of problems with it, and then we settled in. You know, they hit the long run, got a little air, and then nobody in the back end could bring him down. And then we kind of adjusted to that. Yeah, we had a good turnover, and then we forced 2 punts after the second touchdown, and then we got them for last drive. You know, we had the ball twice on offense to kill, you know, to get something done. They're up 7. Didn't look very good.
You've been pretty candid about the fans' frustration and the speculation surrounding you. What do you think this does to your future?
I don't know, John. I'm hurting because of the game and the kids, and they played their tail off, man. You know, I mean, there's a lot of negativity, and that comes with the territory. And I'm just proud of how they keep going out there and they lay it on the line. And we just didn't make, you know, the plays we needed to make at the end of the game. And we got a lot of, you know, those started having to pressure them a little bit because, you know, the soft zone started grinding on us. And then when you pressure, you know, they throw the ball up, we're all disoriented, and we don't make a play on the ball. We had about 4 of those.
Played much more effectively on defense, but for a lot of the game you actually won. I think the coach's challenge there late on the incomplete pass down the side. Did you feel like you were finally going to get over the hump in this game?
Well, we went in expecting to win. I mean, we were sitting there, we'd held them to 14 points all the way down to the last drive, you know, and not a lot of yards. I mean, we dominated them in the first half, but that doesn't matter.
Why do you think you were dominant on defense in the first half? Talk about the changes and what you liked about them and the production you got in defense.
Well, I don't know. The players were playing good. They were executing the defense. You know, we didn't put them in a lot of bad positions to mess up or get challenged deep in the part of the field. And but, you know, eventually you gotta bring some pressure. You can't just sit there with 8 guys back there the whole game. Then when you bring pressure, you got to hold up outside every now and then.
You mentioned some of the difficulties on offense in the second half, and also some of the penalties. Is maybe part of that a give and take with you focusing on the defense this week?
I don't know, Chris. You know, I mean, we were real sloppy. You know, we had a ton of penalties. We overcame them, but sometimes we were lucky to overcome them. We just didn't look in sync, you know.
What benefits did you get from Sinceri being in the press box, and did he call the defensive signals?
Yeah, he called it, and he did a good job. I think it gave him, he's used to looking at it from that perspective, and I think that helped. I do.
Did Conklin have a different role today?
No, but he had a lot of input. Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody was different, so I shouldn't say he didn't. Yeah, everybody on defense had a different role, and it was a lot of good dialogue, and you know, made some good adjustments after they made some adjustments. But 4th and 12, man, got to make a play. We didn't do it.
Thanks, guys.